Marketing a small business on social media is no easy feat. It seems like most social media platforms are saturated with content these days, and you never hear that the algorithm is making it easier on businesses, right? In order to succeed on social media as a small business, you need to go in with a plan in place. So today I'm sharing the top 15 things you can do to not only succeed, but profit when marketing a small business on social media. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brandy with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow. Real quick, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the marketing videos that we put out every week that can help you grow your business. All right, let's jump right in with tip number 1. Nail down your target audience. If you don't know who your target audience is, you're not going to succeed as a business, let alone on social media. Your target audience needs to be two things: specific and identifiable. Your target audience is not everyone. It's also not women ages 35 and up in the US. Descriptors like that are still too broad. The best way to define your target audience is to identify what motivates them as it relates to your product or service. Why are they buying your product, or why are they using your service? Is it to achieve a certain goal, or to solve a pain point? Write down at least 5 goals and 5 pain points your target audience has in relation to what you offer. This will help you understand exactly who your audience is and what motivates them to buy from you. All right, number 2, find the right platform. Once you've got a grasp on who your target audience is, it's time to figure out where they spend most of their time. Is it on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn? You don't want to waste time investing your efforts and resources into a social media platform that doesn't hold a high percentage of your target market. You want to choose the social media platform that your target audience spends the most time on. So if you need help doing that, Sherman has a video that breaks down the best social media platforms by demographic, so I will link that below. Number 3 is to run a competitor analysis. When marketing a small business on social media, one of the best things you can do is perform a competitor analysis. This means researching your competitors to see if they're on social media, and if so, how well they're doing. You can learn from competitors who are doing both well and poorly. You'll learn what tactics to implement and which to stay away from. The reason it's good to run a competitor analysis is because you share a target market. Paying attention to what's working well for them will tell you what your target audience likes and dislikes. You should let this guide your social media marketing strategy. Number 4 is to create a list of content ideas. Your list of your target market's goals and pain points, as well as your competitor analysis, should inform the type of content you intend to create. You don't want to create content that's all about you. You want to create content that's about your audience. Posts that are centered around how great your business is will garner less engagement than posts that speak directly to your audience's goals and pain points. So take the research you've done up to this point and list at least 5 topics or content ideas that you think will resonate with your audience. After you've tested those 5 content ideas out for 30 days, keep the top performing topics in your calendar and rotate out the rest with some fresh ideas. Continue doing this over time to keep your content fresh and your audience following you. Number 5 is to create a brand guide. A brand guide is a document that details how all of your content should look. It holds your logo, brand colors, and fonts. It also instructs exactly when or how to use each of those items and in what combinations. If you're not sure how to create a visual branding guide, I will link Jelly's video on it below. Having a brand guide in place will ensure that your content looks branded, identifiable, and cohesive no matter who is working on your social media content calendar. Having consistent branding throughout your social media content helps with brand recall among your followers, and brand recall leads to sales. Number 6 is to post short-form video content. Short-form video content such as TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and YouTube Shorts are the most preferred media type right now. Short-form videos are getting massive organic reach, and some small businesses are experiencing viral growth as a result. What would it mean for your brand to all of a sudden have thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of eyeballs on it? Posting short-form video content makes that possible. Plus, short videos are better supported by the algorithm than static images are now. If you've never used Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, or TikToks but want to get started, I will link those videos for you to check out next. Number 7 is to go live. In this day and age, consumers care about brand transparency and authenticity. It doesn't get much more transparent than going live. Going live means you'll be filming live in real time and viewers will be watching and responding live in real time. It makes consumers feel like they can trust and familiarize themselves with your brand in an otherwise filtered and edited world. If going live intimidates you, or if you're not exactly sure what to go live about, check out Morgan's video on it, link below. Number 8 is to post stories. Most social media platforms now have the stories feature. Stories do not consume a permanent spot on your feed, but instead they remain visible for 24 hours unless you dock them in your highlights. Stories are another great way to post real, authentic content that remains a little less scripted than maybe your feed post would be. You can also use stories to content stack. Content stacking is when you use one piece of content to promote your other content. A lot of small businesses use stories to announce a new post on their feed, a new YouTube video, a new blog post, etc. Posting on stories often helps break through the algorithm noise and ensure that your brand stays in front of your followers often. Number 9 is to create content a month in advance. It's no secret that small business owners are busy, to say the least. Entrepreneurs, and particularly startups, often have to wear many hats until they can solidify a team to help offload the work. So save yourself a world of time and stress and create your social media content calendar a month in advance. Even if you do have a social media manager handling it for you, make sure they produce your calendar a month in advance. Doing so ensures that you have content publishing consistently. Out sick one day? Struck with writer's block? Run out of images to use? You don't have to worry about scrambling to push a social media post out the day of, because you already created it and scheduled it a month ago. Plus, taking care of your content calendar in advance gives you wiggle room to change or edit things throughout the month as needed. Number 10 is to cross-promote content. As you grow, you'll likely start to take on multiple social media platforms if you haven't already. Work smarter, not harder, and make sure you're cross-promoting your content. Make sure your YouTube subscribers are following you on Instagram and vice versa. If you post exclusive content on LinkedIn, make sure your Facebook followers know about that. Cross-promoting is one of the simplest ways to make the most of your follower base on every social media platform. Number 11 is to be intentional with your Instagram feed. Instagram in particular is one of the most, if not the most, visual and aesthetic social media platforms. Countless businesses and creators are intentional with what their feed, aka photos and video thumbnails, look like together on their profile page. The reason is because it's often the difference in whether you get a follow or not. Even if your industry is not artsy, you can still ensure that your feed looks put together and cohesive as opposed to outdated and sloppy. Using too many stock images, photos that aren't high resolution, or photos of every color under the sun outside of your brand guide will result in an ugly feed. And an ugly feed does not get followed. So make sure you're intentional with the way your Instagram feed looks. Number 12 is to use paid social ads. Facebook has been a pay-to-play platform for a while, and other social media platforms are starting to follow suit. Don't get me wrong, short-form videos have made it a lot easier to get organic reach on every platform once again. However, a paid ad budget may still be necessary to see more than just followers and views. There are ad campaigns available that specifically optimize for online sales or lead form completions. You'll want to take advantage of these campaign objectives to see maximum results from not just your followers, but your target audience in general on the platform. If you feel like you need a social media advertising tutorial to help get you started, I will link this video below. Number 13 is to monitor your engagement daily. The more you grow, the more engagement you'll receive. Engagement is more than just likes, reactions, and shares. It also includes comments and direct messages. On some platforms, your DMs then break up into separate folders like request DMs versus your already accepted DMs, and so on. You'll want to make sure you're responding to every legitimate comment and DM you receive. If it's a spammy comment, you can like it or heart it and move on. If it's an inappropriate comment or DM, you can delete and block if necessary. But for every legitimate message, you should be responding to it. More specifically, you should respond within 24 hours. Some social media platforms offer an auto response feature where followers can at least receive a message that says, "Thank you for sending. A team member will follow up with you as soon as possible." This is a great option for business owners who don't have a lot of time to answer messages every day, because the sender feels acknowledged at the bare minimum while they wait to hear from you. Either way, you'll want to carve out time to monitor and respond to your engagement daily. Half of the appeal of social media for customers is that they have direct access to you as a brand. If you're not actively responding to your followers, you'll likely lose out on them as both a follower and a customer. Number 14 is to get familiar with your platform analytics. Each social media platform comes with its own built-in analytics platform completely free. Oftentimes, business owners can get kind of lost in the fun and creative aspect of social media, but it's important to get familiar with the analytical aspect as well. Analytics will tell you how many followers you're gaining each month, and of those, what your engagement rate is like. It'll tell you when the best time to post is based on when your followers are online and so much more. When it comes to marketing a small business on social media, you want to let data over feelings guide your decisions. Letting your social media analytics inform your social media marketing decisions will result in smart, profitable moves. And number 15 is to measure your ROI. Ultimately, you're marketing a small business on social media because you're hoping to make money from these efforts, right? After the first 3 months of implementing your social media marketing strategy, measure your ROI. Check Facebook Ads Manager and Google Analytics and ensure that you're receiving sales, leads, or both directly from the social media platforms you're active on. If you're not, you may need to pivot your strategy. If you are, then it may be time to scale and invest more into what's working. Either way, don't fly blindly and continue on with your social media marketing plan without measuring your ROI. Make sure your efforts are paying off. And then the final thing you want to do is make sure you subscribe, like this video, and ring the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next episode.